There is a way you can actually build muscle by lifting a lighter weight. Now, let me explain. Most people will typically go for a really heavy weight and just really try and force the weight up, and that works for building muscle over a period of time. But the one thing that you can manipulate to build muscle is intensity. Because here's the thing, when you're lifting weights, your body, your muscles don't know how much weight you're lifting. Your body doesn't react to how much weight you're lifting. Your body reacts to the amount of intensity that you're putting your body through. So, for example, let's say you go on flat bench press and you put a 30 kg dumbbell in each hand and you push that up, push it up, keep going, and you really try to push the reps out and you go in at just a moderate pace. Let's say you reduce that weight down to 20 kilos. You can make those 20 kilos feel harder than the 30 kilos. And let me explain. There's a tempo called a 4-2-2. And what that is, let's say you do bench press, 4 seconds down, 2 seconds hold, then 2 seconds back up. 4 seconds down, 2 seconds hold, 2 seconds back up. And you really feel the contraction, you really feel the muscle work. And the point is, you're putting your muscle under tension for a longer period of time. And this can actually build more muscle than you just trying to force out reps with the heavier weight. So for you to build muscle, for those of you that, you don't want to lift heavy weight maybe because you've got an injury, or maybe you're just too fatigued to lift heavy weights, you can build muscle, more muscle, lifting lighter weights and making each rep last longer. And you'll get a crazy pump from doing this, honestly. But one thing to consider is this isn't something you can do forever. And in muscle building, what you find is the thing that you aren't doing is normally the thing that's going to build muscle. So let me explain. So if you do this 4-2-2 tempo that I'm on about, it'll work for a period of time, but then it will stop working, you'll stop getting results. And then maybe you can switch up to doing really fast reps and that'll build muscle. And then you can go back to doing moderate time under tension. So just like you normally do, really, just a moderate time. But you got to switch it around every so often to see the benefits. If you keep rotating it, you'll just keep building muscle. Just don't stick at one tempo throughout your whole training. Because when I go into a gym, you just see people, pushing the weight quickly, not taking any time really to really feel the squeeze. If you play around with the intensity in your workouts, you can really see some benefits and you can really see some great muscle gains just by slowing each rep down a bit and really squeezing for a couple seconds, then pushing back up. You do some bicep curls, take 4 seconds, come all the way up, hold it, and then let it drop 2 seconds. Just by doing that, it's something your body's not used to, and you're gonna give it a new stimulus to build muscle with. And then after a bit, you change it up again. Like I said, do faster reps and then go back to moderate tempo, just like most people do in the gym. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing that, switching it up, because it's the easiest thing you can do as well. It doesn't involve any intense training technique or, any supersets or anything like that. It's nothing crazy. All it is literally dropping the weight and slowing down the tempo. Now, you will have to drop the weight. You won't be able to do this with the weight that you normally lift when you're just, smashing out reps. But that's okay. If you can put your ego to the side, this will be very beneficial, because a lot of people, some people like to just train and see how much weight they can lift and, see how strong they are. And that's great in itself. But if you are just purely focused on building muscle and you're purely focused on building as much muscle as you possibly can, then this approach is just as good as any other approach, really slowing down the reps. And honestly, if you do this over the course of a few weeks, you'll see some great results. So yeah, do that. Take care.